The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy...
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready
at their 25-yard line.
On play action, here's Ritter. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early.
And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Here's Ritter. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And able to work his way down to the 16. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short, Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one in
intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
This is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
That one downfield for Dotson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different, because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Shreds the tackle. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Ready, set.
6-0 our score after 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Falcons in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd down, Ritter.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Ritter.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Ritter off the play fake.
This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. John Mechie, 27 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up into the full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Right side completes a Mechie. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this 1st half. And it's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Going play action. Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Ritter, he wants to change the play here. They'll run with Patterson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Okay, ready?
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Ritter slides down, and he has enough for the 1st. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Patterson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they take the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the 1st time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going right back to Dotson. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 7-point, and now the rookie's free. There he goes up the right sideline. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Ritter. Caught left side by Mechie. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 96 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Ritter from the gun. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
the 43-yard line.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here is 3rd and 5. Ritter back to throw. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
7-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It stays on, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And the Commanders' first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
At the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as it gets this up to the 48-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Patterson going to bring this down to the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two yards to go, second down. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Commanders 20.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Tackle made by Chase Young.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Robinson up the middle.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. That is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Jonathan Allen getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe the defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Grady Jarrett Has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fielded at the 20. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Right within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing.
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Sheds off the tackle. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Oh, what a time for the defense to go missing in action. How do you allow a play like that on 4th down? That lets them right back into the ball game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Just keeping the play alive.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Here we go. First and goal.
He'll look to throw. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
There's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Well,